in the village chambers. We are virtually remote due to the COVID-19 response. I am at 2350 South 25th Avenue. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Abraham.
Here.
Trustee Abraham present. Trustee Chamalave.
Here.
Trustee Senior.
Here.
Mayor Thompson.
Here.
Trustee Shelby.
Here.
Trustee Armour.
Here.
Trustee Miller.
Here.
And Madam President, we do have a quorum. Can we all please stand or be seated and acknowledge the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag
And the republic for which it stands, one nation, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all. Can we please have a moment of silence? Okay, thank you. Item 2, public comment. Madam President, at this time, I have not received any written public comment requests through email. Do we have anyone present or in person in the chambers?
No, Mr. Clerk.
Okay, thank you, Madam President. Moving on to item 3, communications. First item. Brandy House Black History Month program. This is a virtual event for Black history of pre-colonial West African civilizations. This will be hosted by Sharonda and Brian Dawson, co-founders of the Brandy House LLC, and they do Black history programs. All ages are invited to learn about the Black history of early West African civilizations in this interactive workshop. I have information available so that you can scan a QR code and links for the Zoom that will be available on the village website. And I wish I had it for this meeting so we can live stream it. I'll make sure we get that out on the website and post it in the village lobby display for your information. Next, we have free vaccination events. Help keep our community safe. Please join Mayor Katrina Thompson and community partner Free COVID Care for these free vaccination events. Wednesday, February 16th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. This will be held at the Broadview Fire Department located 2400 South 25th Avenue. The available vaccine doses are the Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson with booster, and the children's vaccination. For more information, you can contact Village of Broadview, 708-681-3600. Lastly, a free community breakfast with Mayor Katrina Thompson. This will happen Saturday, February 19th at 10 a.m. over at the Broadview Family Restaurant, located 2417 Roosevelt Road. We do have a maximum capacity of 120, and there will be no takeout orders. Please wear your mask. All COVID-19 protocols will be followed. This concludes communications. Next, item 4, consideration to approve the following minutes. Minutes from the January 3rd, 2022 regular board meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been properly motioned by Trustee Armour, seconded by Trustee Senior. Madam President, open for discussion.
Thank you. Trustee Abraham?
No questions.
Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Trustee Chamalave?
No questions.
Trustee Shelby?
No questions.
Trustee Armour?
No questions.
Trustee Miller?
No questions.
Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Sure can, Madam President. Trustee Abraham,
Yes.
Trustee Chamalave,
Yes.
Trustee Senior,
Yes.
Trustee Shelby,
Yes.
Trustee Armour,
Yes.
Trustee Miller?
Yes.
And Madam President, this carries unanimously 6-0. Thank you. Next, item 5, consideration to approve expenditures. Grand total of all funds, and just so you know, we're going to break this down into the 2 different pay periods. The first one is going to be January 12th, 2022, and then we'll move to the second one, February 2nd, 2022. So the first amount, grand total of all funds, is $571,579.50.
Motion to approve. I second.
It's been properly motioned by Trustee Miller, seconded by Trustee Shelby. Madam President?
Thank you. Trustee Shelby, the finance chairwoman, will you please read the warrant list from January 12th, 2022?
Okay, the Village of Broadview AP warrant list, January the 12th. The following are the bills over 2,500. The vendors, AT&T, $18,163.31. Baker Tilly US LLP, $14,000. Blackboard Inc., $4,797.90. Broadview Westchester Joint Water Agency, $246,086.63. Compass Minerals America, $17,440.27. Echo or ECO Clean Maintenance Inc., $2,504.00. Edwin Hancock Engineering, $39,863.55. Geno's Heating and Plumbing Inc., $34,723.50. Grasso Graphics Inc., $4,681.43. Wait just a moment, lost here. Groot Inc., $92,426.85. H&H Electric Company, $3,700.81. Illinois Counties Risk Management Trust, $12,903.50. Joseph L. Ponsetto, $6,435.00. Matana and Welch LLC, $6,326.09. Nicor Gas, $6,541.66. West Cook County Solid Waste Agency, $15,595.53. Wholesale Direct Inc., $5,138.49, with the total of expenditures $531,328.52. There's an electronic payment of Chase credit card payments reflecting as of November 25th, 21 of $5,269.80, with a grand total of $571,579.50, which is 90% of all of the total expenditures. Okay, let me see here. And the following funds were affected by these expenditures. The general fund in the amount of $136,487.72. The garbage fund, $108,022.38. The motor fuel fund, tax fund, $2,724.55. The Roosevelt Road TIF fund, $32,377. The water and sewage fund, $291,967.85, which takes you back to the grand total of $571,579.50. Madam President, that concludes my report on that warrant list in January.
Thank you, trustee Shelby. Just for a point of clarity, for the total percentage of expenditures was 93%, not 90%.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, 93%.
No worries, trustee. Trustee
Thank you.
Abraham, do you have any questions or comments?
No, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Trustee Senior,
No questions.
trustee Chalmalave,
No questions.
trustee Shelby,
No questions.
trustee Armour.
No questions.
Thank you, trustee Miller.
No comment.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Can we get a roll call, please?
You sure can, Madam President. Trustee Abraham,
Yes.
trustee Chamalave,
Yes.
trustee Senior,
Yes.
trustee Shelby,
Yes.
trustee Armour,
No.
trustee Miller,
Yes.
and Madam President, this carries 5-1. Thank you all. The next amount we will be approving is the $403,423.11 from the February 2nd, 2022 sets of bills. Madam President. Oh, we need a motion.
Motion to approve.
I second.
Been properly motioned by trustee Senior, seconded by trustee Shelby. Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Trustee Shelby, Chair, Finance Chairwoman, will you please read the warrant list?
Okay, this is the AP warrant list for February the 2nd, and the following bills are over 2,500. The vendors: L. Warren Oral Company, Inc., $21,369.82. AT&T, $19,925.97. B&F Construction Code Services, $3,511.40. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois, $163,050.10. ComEd, $7,654.52. Comcast Business, $22,289.71. David Ormsby, Inc., $3,000. Delgado Law Group, LLC, $18,271.25. Eco Clean Maintenance, Inc., $2,504. Geno's Heating and Plumbing, Inc., $30,231.25. Lincoln National Life Insurance, $7,165.84. Paramedic Billing Services, Inc., $2,544.80. Public Safety Direct, Inc., $3,413.99. Ray O'Haran, am I pronouncing that right? Company, Inc., $3,953.74. South Central Capital Group, LLC, $6,750. STP Transport, $4,000. Target Solutions Learning, LLC, $3,214.60. Tesca Associates, Inc., $2,670. U.S. Postmaster, $7,200. Baker Tilly U.S. LLP, $19,733.25. West Cook County Solid Waste Agency, $15,389.77. The total expenditures over 25 was $367,844.01, with the total expenditures of $403,11, which is 91% of all the total expenditures. And then we have an electronic payment vendor, Chase credit card payment reflecting as of 12/25/21 for $10,665.85. And the following funds were affected by the expenditures: the general fund in the amount of $353,662.08. The garbage fund in the amount of $15,389.77. The capital projects funds in the amount of $390. And the water and sewage fund in the amount of $33,981.26. Again, for a grand total of $403,423.11. Madam President, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Shelby. Just for the record, Mr. Clerk, the percentage of total is 91%. Trustee Abraham, you have any questions or comments?
Noted.
No questions.
Thank you, Trustee Senior.
No questions.
Trustee Chalmalave,
No questions.
Trustee Shelby,
No questions.
Trustee Armour.
No comment.
Thank you, Trustee Miller.
No comments.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, and again, this is the roll call for the vote for the February 2nd, 2022 bills. Trustee Abraham,
Yes.
Trustee Chamalave,
Yes.
Trustee Senior,
Yes.
Trustee Shelby,
Yes.
Trustee Armour,
No.
Trustee Miller,
Yes.
and Madam President, this carries 5-1. Thank you all. Next item, item 6, presentations, we have none. Item 7, old business, we have none. Bringing us to item 8, new business. A resolution authorizing and approving expenses related to attendance at the Illinois Municipal League Lobby Day in Springfield for the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
One more time, please.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, I got properly motion by Trustee Abraham, properly seconded by Trustee Chalmalave. Madam President?
That was Trustee Armour.
It was weird one.
Trustee Abraham made the motion, Trustee Chalmalave made the second. Madam President, your floor.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. So this is to approve for myself and Trustee Chalmalave to go to a lobby day to attend the Illinois Municipal League Lobby Day in Springfield from March 23rd to March 25th, 2022. The cost to attend is $235.04 per person for hotel accommodations and travel, meals, and incidentals shall be reimbursed pursuant to the village's travel policy codified in section 1-8-14 of the Village of Broadview Code of Ordinances. Trustee Abraham, you have any questions or comments?
No, Madam Mayor, no questions.
Thank you. Trustee Senior,
No questions.
Trustee Chalmalave,
No questions.
Trustee Shelby,
No questions.
Trustee Armour,
No questions.
Trustee Miller.
No questions. Just hopefully we can get some more information about what's going on at Lobby Day. I'm glad that you guys are going. I know we have a lobbyist that actually goes out too, but something about having that firsthand feel. So hopefully the mayor and our trustee can bring us back some information to let us know if there's some more money out there.
Thank you, Trustee Miller. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can. Trustee Abraham,
Yes.
Trustee Chalmalave,
Yes.
Trustee Senior,
Yes.
Trustee Shelby,
Yes.
Trustee Armour,
Yes.
Trustee Miller,
Yes.
and Madam President, that carries unanimously 6-0. Thank you all. Next item, B, a resolution authorizing and approving expenses related to attendance at the National League of Cities Congressional City Conference in Washington, D.C. for the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Been properly motioned by Trustee Abraham, seconded by Trustee Senior. Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. This resolution is for the NLC Congressional City Conference in Washington, D.C. For myself, Trustee Senior, Trustee Miller, and Trustee Malave. This conference is from March 12th through March 16th, 2022. The total cost of attendance is $2,147.74 each, totaling for all of us to attend is $8,590.96. This includes $495 for each conference and program registration, $1,512.74 each for lodging, and about $140 each for travel. However, meals and incidental should be reimbursed pursuant to the village travel policy codified under section 1-8-14 of the Village of Broadview Code of Ordinances. Trustee Abraham, you have any questions?
No, I do not.
Thank you. Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Thank you. Trustee Malave?
No questions.
Trustee Shelby?
No questions.
Trustee Armour?
No questions.
Trustee Miller?
I don't have any questions, but I do have some comments. So I appreciate, I don't even want to say Lily, but Sierra, for answering a whole bunch of questions that I had. So a couple of concerns that I have, and I know that I'm one of the attendees. Oh God. I saw the rates for the hotels, and literally I think that the rates are kind of overpriced. I didn't have time to go and look at comparisons. So of other hotels, I know that the hotel that we picked is the one where the conference is actually at. But the one thing that stood out for me, and I think if I book it on my own, then I can get a better rate through the AAA membership that I have. However, just to kind of stay aligned with everybody else, that's why I went ahead on and said, you know what, just go ahead and book it so that all of us can kind of be together for that. But sometimes it might be better for us to kind of search out different hotels and different travel accommodations. The flight is a good deal. I don't think the flights are going to work for everybody's schedule all the time. So when we're putting these defined amounts on travel, we might need to be careful, because just because someone else could travel at 6 a.m. or 10 a.m. doesn't mean that myself or Trustee Patty or anybody else can travel at 6 or 8 a.m. So let's be careful when we define kind of a price, as long as we know that it can fluctuate either higher or lower, because I don't mind flying Spirit and Frontier, except for I take like 20 bags when I go somewhere, even if it's for 2 days. So just thinking about, hey, don't judge. Don't judge me, y'all. But I'm just thinking about that piece. Just to throw that out there, just in case it fluctuates just a tad bit. But for the hotel, I was like, dang, they price this high, but we in DC, so I guess that was it. Sorry.
All right. Thank you, Trustee Miller. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Sure can, Madam President. Trustee Abraham,
Yes.
Trustee Malave,
Yes.
Trustee Senior,
Yes.
Trustee Shelby,
Yes.
Trustee Armour,
Yes.
Trustee Miller,
Yes.
and Madam President, this carries 6-0. Thank you all. Next item, item C, a resolution authorizing and approving an engagement letter from Stifel, Nicholas and Company, Inc. for the provision of certain underwriter placement agent services relating to potential municipal securities transaction for general obligation limited tax bond series 2022 for the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Properly motioned by Trustee Senior, seconded by Trustee Abraham. Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. This engagement letter is for underwriter placement agent engagement relating to potential municipal securities transaction for general obligation limited tax bond series 2022. I don't know if Director Hicks or Budget Officer Hood is on the line, but if you want to go into more details about the engagement letter, this is just formality that we go through every year as it relates to the relationship with Stifel Company. Trustee Abraham, you have any questions?
No questions.
No, we need a motion. Did we do a motion in a second?
We did, Madam President.
Oh, okay. Okay, Trustee Abraham, you have any questions or comments?
No questions.
Thank you. Trustee Armour?
Is he gonna say anything about it?
Do you have any questions or comments?
Well, when you say this is, it says, this is a resolution authorizing and approving an engagement letter. And you say this is routine, we do this every year?
Yes, ma'am.
So when it's not really costing us, we're not setting up any particular contract, right? We're just talking to them.
It's an engagement letter. So this is just giving
Okay.
authorization for us to go into an engagement for our bonds, for engagement for the underwriting component, the limitation of engagement. It discusses our conflicts of interest disclosures, transactions, specific disclosures, standard disclosures. I don't know, I don't see Tom Hood or Tim on the line, but I know that they hear.
Well, I was just curious as to how much is Stifel going to be charging us for their services?
Well, this is an engagement letter. The engagement letter, we haven't gotten a formal contract. This is the first process of the contract, is to engage them so that they can have conversation with us as it relates to our bond. So earlier we had the binding hearing. And so this is just a formality that we go through as we go through the bond issues.
Oh, okay, so then is more to come on this, I get it.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Oh, no worries. Trustee Senior,
No questions.
Trustee Malave,
No question.
Trustee Shelby,
No questions.
Trustee Miller.
No comments or questions.
Okay, Mr. Clerk.
Yep.
Oh, he left his office. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Roll call. Trustee Abraham,
Yes.
Trustee Chamalave,
Yes.
Trustee Senior,
Yes.
Trustee Shelby,
Yes.
Trustee Armour,
Yes.
Trustee Miller,
Yes.
and Madam President, this carries unanimously 6-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, item D, a resolution approving a PY 2021 sub-recipient agreement for the Cdbg program year 2021, project number 2016-013 for certain infrastructure green alley improvements in the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been properly motioned by Trustee Abraham, seconded by Trustee Senior. Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Director Ames, you want to tell us about the CBG sub-recipient agreement?
Yes, first of all, good evening, everybody. It's a standard agreement It's a standard agreement between the village and the county for the CDBG grant funding. Basically, it's intergovernmental agreement, just basically saying that we would adhere to the rules set forth in the program as it relates to receiving the dollars for the alley improvements. And the two alleys that's been identified are the one behind the senior housing and the last one, which is between 19th and 20th in the 2000 block. And after that, all of the alleys north and south would have been reconstructed, at least in my tenure. So,
Thank you, Director Hames. So this recipient agreement is project number 2106-013. The award amount is $200,000 and is for infrastructure of green alley improvements. Trustee Abraham, do you have any questions or comments?
None.
Trustee Senior?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Is that the alley that is on the next block behind U-Haul?
No, no. The 2000 block alley between 19th and 20th and the alley behind the senior houses. All of them, right, all of the other north-south alleys are complete. The east-west alleys, I believe is the one that you're referring to behind the U-Haul, is a different project. That's part of our water main improvement that will begin in the spring.
In the spring, okay. You did say behind the senior home, so I apologize. I'm sorry. My mind kind of went somewhere else.
That's
Okay.
Trustee.
Okay, that's it.
Thank you, trustee senior. Trustee Chalmalave?
No comments, no questions.
Thank you. Trustee Shelby?
No comments.
Trustee Armour?
No questions.
Trustee Miller?
So the total cost of it is still 450,000, granted that they'll give us the 200,000 toward it. And that includes the engineering fee of 62,000, and that engineering fee goes back to Hancock.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
You sure can, Madam President. Trustee Abraham,
yes,
trustee Chalmalave,
Yes.
trustee Senior,
Yes,
trustee Shelby,
Yes.
trustee Armour,
Yes.
trustee Miller,
Yes.
and Madam President, this carries unanimously 6-0. Thank you all for that. Next item E, a resolution authorizing and approving a locally based service vehicle program agreement with PACE, the Suburban Bus Division of the Regional Transportation Authority, related to certain transportation services for the benefit of the residents of the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
motion to approve.
second,
It's been properly motioned by trustee Senior, seconded by trustee Abraham. Madam President, floor.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. So this is our PACE program. This is the senior bus that we use to transport our seniors around the township. And so every year we have to meet these certain criteria, like they ask for a copy of our drug policy, is one other policy. But I'm gonna turn it over to Administrator Jones to go through that process with the PACE bus that we have to do. And we usually do this annually.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Can everybody hear me?
Mhm.
Yes, like what the mayor said, we do this annually as far as the PACE bus. The PACE bus is providing all of our seniors access to get them to and from their doctor's appointments, whatever is needed. So this annual is just a formality for us. They did request a copy of our drug testing policy, also our background check, and where we are in compliance. And this is in connection with our policy, our drug policy, and also our background check policy.
Thank you, Administrator Jones. Trustee Abraham? Any
no
questions?
questions. None.
Thank you. Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Thank you. Trustee Chalmalave?
No questions.
Thank you. Trustee Shelby?
No questions.
Trustee Armour?
No questions.
Trustee Miller?
No questions.
Thank you. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Abraham,
Yes,
trustee Chalmalave,
Yes.
trustee Senior,
Yes,
trustee Shelby,
Yes.
trustee Armour,
Yes.
trustee Miller,
Yes.
and Madam President, this too carries unanimously 6-0. Thank you all. Next item, F, a resolution of the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois, authorizing and approving a license agreement between the Village of Broadview and Black Men United Foundation.
motion to
Motion to
approve,
second.
We're going to give this motion to Judy Abraham, trustee Abraham, and it's seconded by trustee Senior. Madam President?
Thank you. So this is an agreement between the Village of Broadview and Black Men United at the location on 15th Avenue and Roosevelt Road. Black Men United have been servicing the Village of Broadview as well as the entire township, giving out free furniture, PPE supplies, food boxes, and they lost their place of home And so because we own the property, I felt that the trustees would get on board to support Black Men United in our community. So we put in place an agreement. The agreement consists of a $1,000 deposit, free, no charge for rental because they are a nonprofit doing good work in the community. And they had to bring in their liability insurance, for just in case something should happen on site. We have all of those things in file in the building department. I do want to say when we sent out the legislation, Trustee Miller did respond and ask for some clarity on some things. I hope that the information that was provided to her was clear. We also added the termination date of this agreement, which would be May 31st, 2022. I am told by Pastor Harrell they may be out of the location before May. So I don't know if Commissioner Upshaw want to add any additional comments to that.
No, Mayor, self-explanatory. It's a Black Men United. They've been, to echo what you said, they have been providing resources to Proviso Township, but definitely to the village of Broadview. The building that the village currently owns is the exact address is 1426 Roosevelt Road. And per Trustee Miller's request, the termination date will be May 31st, 2022.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Upshaw. Trustee Abraham, do you have any questions or comments?
No questions. I think they do good work, and we're very fortunate to have them, obviously having them here in our village to serve our community. So definitely deeply appreciated and thankful.
Thank you. Trustee Senior?
No questions, but I think that they are doing an amazing job, and I'm very honored that they are here in our community doing such a great deed for our community.
Thank you. Trustee Chalmalave?
No questions, just the comments. I think that they're a great organization, and so I'm glad that we're able to help them.
Thank you. Trustee Shelby?
No questions, but I did reach out to someone because I had a friend that was looking for, a mattress. So they did help me in that area. So no questions.
Thank you. Trustee Armour?
No questions.
Thank you. Trustee Miller?
Wow, y'all about to make this really hard, huh? So I do appreciate MU. I've seen the work that they've done in the community as well. However, I'm still nervous about the piece of us partnering and giving away free units to non-for-profits, because we haven't done that in the past. Like, we've literally seen agreements with us, and I'm saying us in general, with the village and other non-for-profits, and they've actually had to pay rental agreements. So if that's something that we're going to go toward, then we need to kind of make sure that that's across the board. And I don't really agree with that across the board approach, even though, as the mayor has stated in our email, that we're not in the real estate business, so we shouldn't be conducting these types of transactions. I do appreciate the fact that it has an end date. The concern that I also had was I've seen the type of traffic that comes from the giveaways, and it did come to my attention, and I believe a resident came in today and filed their notice or complaint or whatever we're going to call this about the amount of traffic that they actually had on their residential block. I would appreciate if the traffic is kind of controlled and that we're not obstructing any residential access. I would be, like I said, upset if I couldn't get into my driveway or had any issues with a whole bunch of cars being lined up on my block for something that I didn't even have word on. So for it to be kind of access given since November, and it's just now coming up because of whatever reasons we needed to get this on the books or get it kind of cleared up for legislation reasons, it should have kind of been spearheaded, and I would have appreciated some type of notice prior, because literally I didn't know anything about it. So when I got a couple phone calls, and these were family members that I consider family members, not blood family, but literally, sometimes we have to think about it when we're on a board and we know other people in the community, which we should all know a whole bunch of people. They actually come to us before they go to the village with things. And for me, I was like, ooh, don't know. And so I did drive through in December when I got another call. I had like 5 of them from the same 2 people. And I got a call and I was like, okay, I'll drive through. And I did see the traffic and I was like, oh God, how are we going to get through this? Lately, I haven't seen any. So I can't say that, it was I'm hoping that it was just something geared toward Christmas, kind of helping the community and helping neighboring communities as well, because I know that it surfaces past Proviso Township. So it's not just us that it helps, but it does help other communities as well. I've lived in the Austin area and I know about the Austin area effects too. So I appreciate their efforts. I just want us to be mindful of that we do have residents that live in that area, and we do not want traffic flow to impact them or their safety. Their kids that's playing too. I don't think the cars were flying through, so it's not a safety issue on that nature. But I brought it up in January because it came to me in November and December. So I just want us to take that to heart. Other than that, I don't have any issues.
Thank you, Trustee Miller. Mr. Clerk, can we get Trustee Senior, you want to say something?
I'm so sorry. I just wanted to say that I have been kind of like observing them. I've never seen any traffic piled up in that little corner or on that street. And I don't know, I've never seen it, you know, and I've heard even I've had other people ask me what's going on in that corner. No one ever said anything complaining about traffic or anything like that. I just never seen it myself with my own eyes. And I just wanted to just say that, you know, so I just had to add that.
Thank you, Trustee.
I wish you had been with me and then you would have saw it. Doesn't negate that I saw it. So thanks though.
Yeah.
Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. This is for item F. Trustee Abraham,
Yes.
Trustee Chamalave,
Yes.
Trustee Senior,
Yes.
Trustee Shelby,
Yes.
Trustee Armour,
Yes.
Trustee Miller,
Sure, yes.
and Madam President, this carries unanimously 6-0. Thank you all. Next, item G, a resolution authorizing and approving an agreement with Pace Systems, Inc. to provide scheduling software and related services to the Broadview Police Department, the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been properly motioned by Trustee Miller, seconded by Trustee Abraham. Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. So this is for scheduling and payroll software for the police department. PACE meets the scheduling and fiscal accountability needs of the police department, as well as the fiscal accountability and scheduling needs of the Ike 911 Center. The total cost for this agreement is $3,200 annually. Chief Mills, would you like to tell us more about this proposal?
Yes, thank you, Madam Mayor and trustees. Thank you. As you all are aware, we had a lot of turnover on the police department side in the past 90 days. Paul Kirchner, who handled a lot of these administrative issues for Ike 911 as well as the police department, when he left and we saw how much work he did, we realized that there has to be a system that would help alleviate a lot of the manpower issues we went through. Deputy Chief Smith, both lieutenants, they spend majority of their day trying to plan accordingly our work schedule anytime we have a call in due to COVID, family members getting sick. So Deputy Chief Smith took the lead on this. We looked at 3 different companies, eScheduler, Vector Solutions, as well as PACE. We spoke with numerous other police departments in the township as well as outside, and they gave rave reviews to PACE scheduling. They actually gave us 3 presentations along with our administrator here, Ms. Jones, and how their system and software actually works alongside with our payroll. So I think that it'll be beneficial for scheduling, our beat assignments, extra duty, vacation. It allows for all of our members to keep track of their own vacation time off, personal days, things like that, where now they always have to come in, speak with one of the lieutenants or the deputy chief. So I think this will be a program that can be used for years to come with just minimal upgrades. And like the mayor said, it will be used by both the Broadview Police Department as well as the Ike 911.
Thank you, Chief Mills. Also, I know it was in you guys' packet, but the setup fee that the company would normally charge is $500. They are waiving that setup fee for the Village of Broadview.
That's correct.
Trustee Abraham, do you have any questions or comments?
No questions.
Thank you. Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Trustee Child Malave,
No questions, no comments.
trustee Shelby,
No questions.
trustee Armor,
Oh, Chief Mills, man, I just know that, you know, in order to get that bull by its horn, you need a computer, digital system. And so I think it sounds ideal, and just keep up the good work.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
thank
You're
you, trustee
welcome.
Armor. Trustee Miller,
I like waivers and stuff that comes at a discounted cost. So thank you for making sure that we save a few dollars there. That's it.
Mhm.
thank you. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Abraham,
Yes.
trustee Chamalave,
Yes,
trustee Senior,
Yes.
trustee Shelby,
Yes.
trustee Armor,
Yes.
trustee Miller,
Yes.
and this carries 6-0 unanimously. Thank you all. Next item H, an ordinance approving the findings of fact of the Village of Broadview Zoning Board of Appeals and amending Title 10 to establish Chapter 10 of the Broadview Village Code regarding solar energy installations in the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been properly motioned by trustee Abraham, seconded by trustee Senior. Madam President.
Thank you. So on December 29, 2021, the zoning board held a meeting to change the zoning ordinance for the solar energy installation. And as many of you are aware, we have started the Broadview Alliance for Sustainability, and solar is part of that. And so we're actually seeking a Soul Smart designation for the Village of Broadview. Our goal is to get the gold status. Right now, we have met the benchmark as bronze status, but we had to look at our ordinance as it relates to solar, as it relates to the building codes that the board approved back in, I want to say 2018, 2019. So I'm gonna turn it over to Commissioner Upshaw to tell you guys more about this piece of legislation. Commissioner Upshaw?
Thank you, Mayor. Well, the Village of Broadview is participating in the Soul Smart program, which is supported by the U.S. Department of Energy, which helps local governments reduce barriers to solar energy growth, and it makes it easier for homes and businesses to go solar. We're working towards a national designation, as the mayor said, for clean energy. The village's goal is to reduce our reliance on fossil fuels. When we talk about fossil fuels, we're talking about gas, oil, coals, things like that, and move towards a clean energy economy. In our efforts to move forward, we're working with the Urban Efficiency Group, Mr. Darnell Johnson, to create a solar energy infrastructure. And that starts with this ordinance. And so, as you all know, we're starting to see EV vehicles, more EV charging stations, and we're starting in the Village of Broadview. Right now, we have about 6 people that have solar panels on their homes. So therefore, the village is being proactive, not only just in the state of Illinois, Cook County, but provides a township, but definitely we are on the cutting edge of the solar energy movement right now in our community. At this time, I'll take any questions or comments.
Thank you, Commissioner Upshaw. Trustee Abraham?
No questions. I'm glad we're moving forward in this direction, with solar energy and taking the precautions and necessary ordinances. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Thank you. Trustee Child Malave?
I was just curious if in the future the plans are to have like a solar farm or shared solar for the village.
You said you want to know about a solar farm?
If in the future that's something that's being considered, like a community solar garden.
So we are landlocked in the Village of Broadview where we don't have the capacity to do a solar farm. We just don't have the space. But that would be ideal for a community that had some vacant land and stuff like that. We're not fortunate to have that.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Trustee Shelby?
Yes, in order to get that, wouldn't you have to have building permits and all of that, right?
That is correct. On our village website, there is going to be you'll be able to, I think it's the Broadview Alliance for Sustainability. You'll be able to click on that to get permit information, contractor information, general resource information as it relates to solar.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Trustee Armour?
Converting over to a more efficient system where we don't have to depend so much on those, the other resources, I think that's a wonderful idea for, maintaining and sustaining. My only question that I would have, and probably neither of you or probably nobody could answer, but I'm just curious as to, what would happen if, we don't have any sun outside, if the sun doesn't shine, what happens to the solar? Is there like a backup system to it, or, that's what I'm curious about.
Madam Mayor, I can actually speak to this if I have some personal experience that I can offer.
Oh,
if
hey,
you'd like.
Tiffany.
Attorney Jarosky, thank you.
Well, typically the way that solar panels generally work is it's actually feeding energy back into the grid, and you're getting credits that essentially take the money off of your bill. So you become, if you have solar panels on your house, you become an energy producer, and you feed that energy back into the grid. And again, that thus reduces your bill. And that also then requires, or that lessens the requirement for ComEd or any other energy provider to then try to produce that electricity. So as it relates to cloudy days, you actually still do produce solar even on a cloudy day, not as much, but believe it or not, you produce during these sunny winter days where you've got the white snow all on the ground, which is causing all sorts of reflection upward. You're actually producing even more solar energy on days like that. So I hope, and that's just from my personal experience. We did a lot of research into it. So, so I thought I'd share that. You're welcome.
Thank you, Attorney Jarosky. Trustee Armour, does that satisfy your comment?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Miller?
Couple things. So when do we expect the hyperlink to work on the village website? Because there's nothing in there now. My second question, are the zoning board meetings posted on the village website so we'll know that when they're happening? And then the last part to that question is, are the zoning board meetings recorded, and who's the holder of those meeting minutes?
So the first question is, there is a link, and as it relates to our solar energy and the Alliance for Sustainability, the first thing we have to pass is ordinance. That ordinance will be out there, I would say tomorrow or this week, once we contact our IT department. And at that point, you will start seeing links and things that go up to the Illinois Commerce Association, to the US EPA permit information. So we'll be building it from starting as of tomorrow.
Okay, so it'll go live if it's approved tonight. However, there are already houses that have the solar energy panels installed without them having any information from the village website.
That is correct. But some of the homes that have had solar energy panels over the last 2 or 3 years, we do have our building code in place. Our current building code in place, as well as our past building code in place, takes into the account solar energy and solar consideration for solar panels installation. What we're doing now is to be very specific. Obviously, in the West and in the southern states, Vegas, California, it's old news. Here in the Midwest is something new, and so what we're seeing specifically to Broadview, we want to make sure that we do it right, that we have all the policies and procedures and ordinances in place and specific permits specific to Broadview, not just in general, but specific to Broadview. And so we want to build our website and the links, and we want to make sure we have the information.
Okay, yeah, I checked and I didn't see it, so that's why I was like, is it contingent upon us approving it? And then I know it's old news to the West Coast and new news to the Midwest, but a lot of people already knew about it. Like I had been researching it for years because I wanted to make sure that it wasn't something, like I know it's a long-term agreement. So if I decide to sell my house now I have to disclose that information to the new purchaser, and they might not necessarily want the solar panels, and that becomes a whole nother issue. So I had already been looking into it when I was at my prior home. I just wanted to know about the hyperlink, like when would it be available if we had the information already to upload? So thanks, that part you answered. Now who can answer my second?
What was the second question? No.
I can answer that there if you want me to speak to that.
Thank you.
The Zoning Board of Appeals agendas are posted not only at the village lobby, but also on the website. We have, I have old meeting agendas if you ever care to look at the archives, but the ordinance that's before you tonight, if passed and approved, will go for codification immediately. I will send that out and make sure that gets up on our village website under the code section as soon as possible. And for at least a month, I'll actually post the actual ordinance in the display case as well.
Okay, you didn't quite answer that. So it's posted on the village website and it's posted inside of the lobby, right? That's what you said?
The agenda, yes.
Okay. Can we start so considering the fact that we're in COVID, most of us don't go into the village. As one of the trustees, I would like to have notification on when there's a zoning board meeting, since we're going to be voting on what the zoning board is recommending, so that we can kind of hear those meetings before, because apparently we don't have any information about what the zoning board has presented. So I would like to see their discussions or hear their discussions too.
Mayor, would you like that to come from Commissioner Upshaw or myself?
That can come from you, Mr. Clerk. Then that way we know that it'll get to the trustees appropriately.
Thank you, Mayor. Trustee Miller, I will make sure you and all of the trustees get that information in a timely manner in the future.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Miller. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can. Trustee Abraham?
Yes.
Trustee Chamalave?
Yes.
Trustee Senior?
Yes.
Trustee Shelby?
Yes.
Trustee Armour?
Yes.
Trustee Miller?
Yes.
And Madam President, this carries 6-0. Thank you.
Thank you, board.
Okay, next item I, an ordinance approving a grant of easement to the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District of Greater Chicago upon, over, and through certain real property located in the village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been properly motioned by Trustee Abraham, seconded by Trustee Shelby. Madam President.
Thank you. Director Ames, can you tell us about the MWRD easement?
Mayor, the MWRD easement. We have Addison Creek that flows through Broadview on the southern end of town. And MWRD is responsible for all of the storm wastewater reclaiming throughout the area. And part of the scheduled maintenance would be on Addison Creek. So this easement agreement is to allow them to actually acquire the easement from the village of Broadview for those maintenance programs that they're going to have up and down Addison Creek. And they've also made easement acquisitions from private businesses along the Addison Creek as well. So the village's standpoint is that they're taxing body, we're a taxing body, and I believe Attorney Jaworski looked into compensation, but because we are taxing bodies that aid one another, it just made sense to kind of just hand over the easement to them. And it's not a big impact. It's a little sliver of land that we don't utilize anyhow. So that's it in a nutshell, man.
Thank you, Director Ames. Trustee Abraham, you have any questions or comments?
No questions.
Thank you. Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Thank you. Trustee Chalmalave?
No questions.
Thank you. Trustee Shelby?
No questions.
Thank you. Trustee Armour?
No questions.
Thank you. Trustee Miller?
So, okay, so we're just, I get that, you know, we're all taxing bodies, so we're just giving them the land. Are they gonna be responsible for like the upkeep of whatever this little area is, as well as, I hear creek and I think water, and I think maybe flood, and I think other things that come along with it. So when I hear that, are they gonna make sure that there's, well, I guess you can't make sure there's no flood issues, because apparently that don't really work. But are they gonna maintain the upkeep too? That's really my real question.
Mayor, at this time, what I'd like to do is defer to Attorney Jaworski.
Okay.
Sure. Absolutely. So as it relates to the maintenance, as well as, you know, any sort of additional monies that, you know, we had tried to potentially negotiate. First, let me start with the money aspect, or let me give you a little bit of history on it first. First, this was approved, I want to say back in 2017, or maybe even before that, through an IGA, an intergovernmental agreement that the village was a party to with MWRD, as well as multiple other communities that lie along Addison Creek. So this is part of a big MWRD community cooperative where they are trying to assist all the different communities along Addison Creek to help with flood mitigation and to prevent some of the concerns that you've raised as it relates to any sort of flooding and water type issues. In addition to all these different other communities being a party to the agreement, all these other communities too have likewise been requested to give to grant these easements. The easements are, there is a section, I believe it's section 8 in the original IGA, that provides that the village will cooperate and give the easements or grant the easements at little to no cost. The cost that's in there is essentially a nominal cost, because when you're exchanging any sort of real estate, you have to have some sort of money attached, because otherwise there's no consideration. So it's $10. But what that means is that they are going to use their expertise and they are going to cooperate with the village to fix what's going on with the Addison Creek and to hopefully prevent any sort of flooding issues from continuing to occur in Broadview, as well as the other communities along Addison Creek. Now, as it relates to maintenance obligations, part of the original IGA was that the village of Broadview, as well as all the other communities, again, along Addison Creek, would be doing the maintenance of those areas. But they would be doing that maintenance in cooperation with the MWRD. The MWRD would look at it and make sure that the maintenance was done correctly. If it wasn't done correctly, the MWRD would help out the village to ensure that the area is maintained correctly to, again, prevent any sort of flooding issues from occurring. So the whole reason for this program, or one of the main reasons for this program, is to have flood mitigation along the banks of the Addison Creek. I hope that answers the question.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Trustee Miller. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call vote, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Abraham,
Yes.
Trustee Chamalave,
Yes.
Trustee Senior,
Yes.
Trustee Shelby,
Yes.
Trustee Armour,
Yes.
Trustee Miller,
Yes,
and this carries 6-0 unanimously. Thank you all. Next, item J. A motion to accept the Facade Improvement Program application filed by Hildebrand Sporting Goods for the property located at 1809 West Roosevelt Road, and approving the facade improvement agreement between the applicant and the Village of Broadview.
Motion to approve. And that's
Second.
aye.
Been properly motioned by Trustee Senior, seconded by trustee Abraham. Madam President, open for discussion.
Thank you. So this is a request, an application for request of funds for the facade program. The proposed improvements would include new windows, a cost of $12,381.42. An awning, new, $7,000. Repair a neon sign, $745. Repair brickwork, $11,400, and new doors, $9,118.58. I believe this is the first time that Hildebrand have asked that will be participating in the facade program, but I'll turn it over to Commissioner Upshaw for more details.
Yes, Hildebrand Sporting Goods, located at 1809 Roosevelt Road. They're applying for they have submitted a facade application. As the mayor stated, windows, awnings, signs, brickwork, and doors. Hildebrand's Sporting Good is probably one of the oldest businesses in Broadview, and they're doing improvements to their property, which has been a long time coming, and so I wholeheartedly support that. The maximum that the village can approve is the maximum according to our facade application is up to $30,000. And that includes architectural. You get 50% for any architectural engineering renderings or drawings. You get 50% return, and everything else is 100% refund.
Thank you, Commissioner Upshaw. Trustee Abraham?
No questions. I'm glad they're taking advantage of updating their business. They've been here for a long time, and to be established there on Roosevelt Road, this is a great opportunity for them to obviously update their facade. So I'm glad they're doing it. I'm glad they're part of it.
Thank you. Trustee Senior?
Yes, I am really glad to hear this. They've been here for a long time. I used to get my gym uniform from there when I was in high school.
Okay.
I'm really glad to hear this because that's going to help beautify Roosevelt. So yes, this is good news. I'm glad that they're able to take advantage of this program.
Thank you. Trustee Malave?
I'm looking forward to see that change. And that we can already see a couple of things there. So it's good for them, and it's exciting to see all this change on that block right there.
Thank you. Trustee Shelby?
I'm okay with all of it. It sounds like it's going to look really nice once they get it done.
Thank you. Trustee Armour?
No comment.
Trustee Miller?
Okay, I'm confused again. I didn't think that we were responsible, that we reimbursed 100% of for them to do the update. And I'm reading this, and it says that, it's a 50% reimbursement for construction improvements and 100% for architectural fees. So we reimburse for the whole thing?
It's up to a maximum of $30,000, whichever the village approves. The maximum is $30,000.
I know what the maximum is, but I still see the 50% and then 100%. So I don't think we're reimbursing 100% of the actual construction improvement. It should only be 50% up to $30,000.
That is correct. I thought that's what I said. If I did.
No, you said 100%. So I was like 100%. Whoa. Like
it's 100% of architectural fees, back to your point, 50% of the construction costs, up to a maximum of $30,000.
Okay. I thought I was reading wrong, so I just wanted to make sure. Thanks.
Thank you, Trustee Miller. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Abraham?
Yes.
Trustee Malave?
Yes.
Trustee Senior?
Yes.
Trustee Shelby?
Yes.
Trustee Armour?
Yes.
Trustee Miller?
Sorry, I was adding. I can't say yes or no yet because I don't know the amount truly that this is going to be for. No.
Okay, thank you, Trustee Miller, for your vote. And Madam President, it does carry 5-1. Thank you all. Next, item K, consideration of an application for a business license requested by All Cell Technologies, LLC, located at 2600 South 25th Avenue, Suite Z, in the Village of Broadview, State of Illinois, to operate in the Village of Broadview, Cook County, State of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
I second.
It's been properly motioned by trustee Abraham, seconded by trustee Shelby. Madam President.
Thank you. Commissioner Upshaw, you want to tell us about this new business, All Cell Technologies, LLC?
Yes, All Cell Technologies will be located at 2600 South 25th Avenue, Suite Z. They are a custom battery company. They provide solutions for corporate entities that are dealing with any type of equipment where batteries are being used. All of their inspections have been passed. I think I attached that with their application, and they are ready to open and look forward to becoming a new business in Broadview.
Congrats.
Thank you, Commissioner Upshaw. Trustee Abraham, you have any questions or comments?
Congrats and welcome to the community.
Thank you. Trustee Senior?
No questions.
Thank you. Trustee Malave?
No questions.
Thank you. Trustee Shelby?
No questions.
Thank you. Trustee Armour?
No questions.
Thank you. Trustee Miller?
No questions.
Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Abraham,
Yes.
trustee Chamalave,
Yes.
trustee Senior,
Yes.
trustee Shelby,
Yes.
trustee Armour,
Yes.
trustee Miller,
Yes.
and this carries 6-0, Madam President. Thank you all. Next, item L, consideration of an application for a business license requested by ECE Sign, located at 2000 South 25th Avenue, Unit 111, Broadview, Illinois, to operate in the Village of Broadview, County of Cook, State of Illinois.
Motion to approve.
Second.
It's been properly motioned by trustee Abraham, seconded by trustee Senior. Madam President.
Thank you. Commissioner Upshaw, you want to tell us about ECE Sign?
Yes, ECE Signs, as the clerk stated, 2025th Avenue, Suite 1111. They'll be doing sign repairs for major companies, and they are also our subcontractors to other commercial sign companies.
Thank you, Commissioner Upshaw. Trustee Abraham?
No questions.
Thank you. Trustee Senior?
No question.
Trustee Malave?
No questions.
Trustee Shelby?
No questions.
Trustee Armour?
No questions.
Thank you. Trustee Miller?
No questions.
Thank you. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Abraham,
Yes.
trustee Chamalave,
Yes.
trustee Senior,
Yes.
trustee Shelby,
Yes.
trustee Armour,
Yes.
trustee Miller,
Yes.
and this carries 6-0. Thank you all.
Thank you, board.
Is item 9, application for the authority to expend funds totaling $59,955 for Nafisco Inc.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Been properly motioned by trustee Abraham, seconded by trustee Senior. Madam President.
Thank you. So this is for traffic control equipment, street signs, and safety supplies. So this falls into our COVID response as it relates to messaging throughout the Village of Broadview. So the safety committee, which consists of the police chief, the fire chief, building commissioner, and the public works director, recommended that we purchase this full-size tow behind Waco 3-line signage for the Village of Broadview as it relates to how we respond to our COVID response to direct traffic to our authorized COVID-19 free rapid testing or vaccinations for that matter, or any other thing that we may deem see fit. It's a multi-use signage. I don't know who from the committee would like to speak on this, but I don't know if it'd be Director Ames or Chief Mills.
Chief Mills can respond, please. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Director Ames and Madam Mayor and the trustees. So as we all are aware from ever since COVID hit and all of the civil unrest across our nation, the best way of communicating is now with variable messaging boards. And that's basically what this is. This gives us an opportunity to place these signs to get our message across. This village is phenomenal with robocalls, social media blasts, et cetera, et cetera. But at the same time, you still have people who drive up and down the street. They want to see these boards. They want to get the direction. And this is a tool that can be used in different places around the village. Not just, right now, COVID is very big and very important. So to get that information out, but as we move into the warmer months and some of our other phenomenal events, Operation Santa, Juneteenth, we can also utilize the variable message boards to provide any type of messaging we would like for the village of Broadview. Anyone have any questions?
Thank you, Chief Mills. Trustee Abraham?
No questions.
Thank you. Trustee Senior?
No questions, but I'm liking this. This is going to be very helpful and useful to our community. Yes, I like that.
Thank you, Trustee Senior. Trustee Chowmalave?
No question.
Thank you. Trustee Shelby?
Yes, how many boards are you planning on purchasing, and do you have any idea where they will be located?
So,
I'm sorry, Mayor, go ahead, please.
no, go ahead, Director Ames.
Well, the PO is for 3 boards. And we talked at the safety committee that they would be rotated on an as-need basis, mainly through on the border roads, meaning state roads, 25th Avenue, Cermak, Roosevelt Road, 17th Avenue as needed. And these boards also come with radar monitors as well. So reminding drivers of their speed and monitoring and those things. So.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Shelby. Trustee Armour?
Oh, I love communication, and this is another way that we can communicate, not just, amongst ourselves, but even the people that just feed through our community like it's like nothing, like we don't even exist. When we do have families and children crossing the street, old senior citizens, and, it's important that they know that we are here. And this is just another way of maintaining and sustaining and another way of communicating to them that, Broadview is alive and well, and y'all better recognize. So I think it's great.
Thank you, Trustee Armour. Trustee Miller?
Trustee Shelby asked the 2 questions that I was going to ask, but then that sparked another question for me. I see that they're going to be delivered to the Public Works Department. Is that where we're going to house them at? That's one question. I'd like to get our man out at once, so hold on a second. And then the second question is the speed radar piece. Do we have access to monitoring that to see, or is that just kind of speed monitoring or giving people a speed warning? And then my third question for that is so I see that there's 3 and they basically get towed behind a truck. So once that piece or this signage is actually placed where it's going to be placed at, will the towing truck or whatever we're using have to stay there, or is it like a drop and go kind of setup? And next question, I'm sorry, can we get like a sample picture of what these look like? Because there wasn't one provided there either. That's it, sorry.
Yes, as a matter of fact, we do have the cut sheet for the specifications for the signs, what they look like, sizes, and those technical components. As it relates to the drop, we will tow the signs to the areas that is deemed necessary by the safety committee or the administration, where they would like to see the signs. They would be dropped and locked. As a matter of fact, we're looking into being able to to lock up and make sure that nobody totes them off inadvertently or anything like that. Also, when they're not in use, you're absolutely correct. They will be housed down at the Public Works facility, and we would maintain them there. So I believe those were the only questions that I wrote down that I heard you say. Trustee Miller, was there something that I missed?
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Miller. Mr. Clerk, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, we can, Madam President. Trustee Abraham,
Yes.
Trustee Chamalave,
Yes.
Trustee Senior,
Yes.
Trustee Shelby,
Yes.
Trustee Armour,
Yes.
Trustee Miller.
And for the record, I lied. I meant Matt caught the question. I still needed the speed monitoring piece. So, but I'll talk to the chief later about that. So no worries. Yes.
Thank you for your yes vote, Trustee. And Madam President, with that, it carries 6-0 unanimously. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Okay, next item is item 10, Village Clerk's Report. Madam President, my report is brief. I'll start by stating that all department head reports are on file with the clerk's office for now. Thank you all for that. Number two, I've got to give our Public Works Department once again big kudos, big ups for the wonderful job that they have done with these two recent huge snow events. One in particular, we did put a statement out, and I'm sure the mayor may talk about this in her report, but I want to remind all residents to pay attention to the 2-inch snow ordinance, and that is ordinance 2018-2, -20, I should say, passed on August 20th of 2018. And that affects our village code 7-4-2-1, which anyone in the public, residents or otherwise, can view on our village website, www.broadview-il.gov, under the building department, under codes. If you have issues navigating to that to find out the details of that ordinance, please contact me at the clerk's office, 708-681-3600, extension 271. For the past 11 years, we've been the model community with regards to snow removal. And I marvel driving towns from one town to the next, and then finally landing in my town, Broadview, where our streets look so good compared to what's around here. Our Public Works takes care of the main thoroughfares, the side streets, as well as the alleys and the municipal lots. We even have added years ago the sidewalk sweeper, which is the trackless machine, and residents love that, and so do I. I love seeing that machine coming through and clearing off that sidewalk so I don't have to spend extra time and back pain with my shovel. But we do appreciate you, Public Works. It doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you, Director Ames and team. Madam President, with that, that concludes my report. Next is item 11. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? Let me stop. Let me also give kudos to the police department, who, without Public Works, could not have completed the job with regards to the many tickets that may have been received and possible tolls, because the residents did not comply. The few residents didn't comply with the 2-inch snow ordinance. We got to keep those streets clear so Public Works can go through with the plows and do their job. So Chief Mills and your team, I didn't mean to exclude you. Thank you so much for your hard work as well. With that, my report is complete, Madam President. Next is item 11, Village President, Mayor Katrina Thompson.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk, and thank you for your report. Good evening, trustees in the community that's watching us live on YouTube or via the Village Facebook page. And I want to say happy Black History Month. So I want to start off with Carter G. Woodson. He stated that those who have no record of what their forebears have accomplished lose the inspiration which comes from the teaching of biography and history. Initially, Black History Month was a way of teaching students and young people about Black and African American contributions. Such stories have been largely forgotten, and were a neglected part of the national narrative. Black history is American history, and it's up to us to educate and celebrate our legacy 365 days a year. So I'm happy that in the village of Broadview, we recognize and we honor Black History Month during the month of February. We will host a virtual Black History pre-colonial West African civilization on Saturday, February 19th at 1 o'clock. Please register. The information is on our website, social media sites, and you should have received an invitation via email. Mr. and Mrs. Brian Dawson will host the Village of Broadview Black History program for us this year. Now, a couple of updates on what's been taking place since the last time we've met. Our COVID numbers have been declining significantly, but please continue to wear your face covering, stay home if you're not feeling well. If you have not been vaccinated, please consider being vaccinated. There will be a vaccination event on February 16th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Broadview Fire Department. Also know your status, whether you're vaccinated or not. You can go get free COVID testing Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Broadview Fire Station. I am fully vaccinated and boosted like many of our trustees and clerks, and it's important for you to know your status. So we encourage you to go get tested and know your status. As we look for the future of Broadview, we are lobbying for revenue for the Village of Broadview. It's important for us to protect our LGDF fund, which is local government distributed funds. We are pushing for an 8% increase from 6%. This fund was one time, was at 10% for the Village of Broadview and throughout all of the municipalities in the state. I'm happy that Speaker Chris Welch is a sponsor to House Bill 4169, and Majority Leader State Senator Kimberly Leifer is a co-sponsor on the Senate Bill 3010 regarding the LGDBF funds. We are monitoring this legislation very closely because we cannot afford to take another reduction, and it's time for us to increase on what the state had taken from us years ago. The CMAP, the Chicago Metropolitan Agency for Planning, awarded the Village of Broadview $2,903,548 for a bike path on 25th Avenue. We are anticipating on this project to begin its phase in fiscal 2023 with the engineering, and fiscal 24 construction is to begin. So I'm really excited about this, this funding that we got awarded in the Village of Broadview, because as we create a healthy lifestyle through biking, which is a part of transportation, it gives people that work in the industrial area that may have taken public transportation from the Blue Line or from public transportation on the bus from 25th and Roosevelt to get to their designated location in a safe travel measure. You know, on 25th, we have very limited access as it relates to sidewalks. So we're able to implement a bike path that will take them through the industrial area as well as to the Cook County Forest Preserve. We are currently waiting for instructions on how we can receive our funds that was allocated from the state of Illinois for the Village of Broadview through the Public Act number 102-0017. This funding is for capital improvements to village property, village-wide alley improvements, and Broadview Fire Department roof. The expected amount we should be getting is about $5.7 million. I would like to thank Speaker Welch and Senator Majority Leader Kimberly Leifer for advocating for the Village of Broadview so that we can do more in our community. As it relates to the Broadview Alliance for Sustainability, as you are aware, we started sustainability back in 2020 with the Urban Efficiency Group. At the end of this week, we will be submitting our Soul Smart plan. Soul Smart is a national designation program to recognize communities that have taken steps to address local barriers to solar energy and fostering the growth of mature local solar markets. Hopefully at the end of the next board meeting, we will have some good news. This partnership came through the Metropolitan Mayor's Caucus, and I want to say thank you to the Board of Trustees for approving the ordinance this evening as it relates to solar paneling. So we appreciate that support to make our community environmental energy efficiency. We received, so a couple of weeks ago, we sent out a survey. We posted on social media sites as it relates to the Village Trust Survey. And last week, as of Friday evening, we got some results back, which are very favorable to the Village of Broadview. Our data was compared to the national benchmarks, and I was really excited to see what that really looked like for the Village of Broadview. So for the past 6 months, the Village of Broadview participated in the National League of Cities and POCO on public input processes. We believe that resident input is critical for municipal budgeting, planning, and transportation services. POCO helps community officials present questions, and we had access to POCO's platform and tools such as surveys, polls, live polling. POCO, Arizona State University, and Inviso assisted the village of Broadview, as well as New Orleans and Dublin, Iowa, by assisting to develop metrics to measure the amount of trust that residents have in local government. We will present our project at the end of this week with a 20-minute presentation, and we'll provide results of the survey in early March or sooner. But the preliminary numbers that they did send us on a national level, I mean, it's just hand down. We are doing a really good job as how we serve our community. So I'm proud of that. As many of you have known, we do have a mentoring component to the village of Broadview. It's called the Broadview Young Scholars. They actually named themselves, so I was happy that they gave themselves that name. It's a mentoring programs for students in 6th to 8th grade that's residents of Broadview. So they can go to Lindop, they can go to Comaric, or they can go to Roosevelt or urban schools to participate in this. Chief Mills has stopped by on a few of our sessions as we talked about different things like respect, public perception, and most recently, trust. They were introduced to drones at our last meeting and were very excited. And as a group, they would like to start the Young Scholars Drone Club. So as we develop that, more information will be coming for those that would like to participate. And hopefully this could be a program that the Broadview Park District can take on and get the kids more acclimated to what that looked like. I also learned something new as it relates to drone. You can be 13 to be a certified flyer of a drone, and then you can actually start making money at age 16. So I think that was the part that was so intriguing to them as they had an opportunity to practice the drones inside. We wanted to go outside, but the weather conditions didn't allow us to do that, but they did fly the drones inside the village chambers. As the clerk has said, I would also like to thank our Public Works Department and the Police Department on the recent snow event. I appreciate all of the residents and the patients during this time. I think we did a better job with communicating what the expectations was and getting the information out early enough to prep all of us on what that may look like for us. And, you know, the patients part came in. We did have a couple of complaints that came from the seniors as it relates to those that's on the senior snow removal. But as soon as we got the complaints in, Public Works jumped right on it and they addressed those few seniors that had some concerns of their snow not being plowed. And it was, you know, you're just anxious to get the snow from in front of your house. So I understand that, but they were appreciative and grateful. And finally, it's time for us to start planning our Juneteenth celebration in June. We need to rename Indian Jones Street, and my anticipation is that a new name will be chosen and made available during the Juneteenth celebration. We are seeking input from the community on the name change, as well as what is it you would like to see at this event and what should this year theme be. So with that being said, I just want to say Happy Black History Month to all of you in Broadview and those that's watching and participating. And I know it was a long meeting, but the next meeting is in March. So hopefully it won't be as long, but we do have one meeting due to the holiday. We won't be in session after President's Day. And then our next meeting is on March 7th. For those of you that participated on the Biden hearing call this evening, I've called for a special board meeting to take place on Tuesday, February 15th at 7 o'clock. And I believe that's it. So the clerk will get that information all to you. That will be a virtual meeting as well. And as we go forward in the next couple of days, we'll determine before we get to March 7th if it will be in person or if it will be a virtual. So with that being said, I would like to say God bless you and have a good night. And now I'll call for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
It's been properly motioned by Trustee Abraham, seconded by Trustee Senior to adjourn the meeting. I'll take a roll call. Trustee Abraham.
Yes.
Trustee Tamalave.
Aye.
Trustee Senior.
Yes.
Trustee Shelby.
Yes.
Trustee Armour.
Yes.
Trustee Miller.
Yes.
Thank you. And this meeting is hereby adjourned at 9:10 p.m. Everyone have a great evening. Good night.
Thank you, Mr.
Good
President.
night.
Aye.
Thank you all. Have a great evening.
Bye. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.